There are celebrity moments you watch from afar, and then there are celebrity moments that feel close enough to touch. On a Sunday that belonged to the Kansas City Chiefs fandom, Taylor Swift and her fiancé, Travis Kelce, didn't just drop by from the spotlight, they stepped into it like they actually belonged there. In Kansas City, where the red never really stops and Chiefs culture runs deep, the famous couple transformed an ordinary fan gathering into something far more rare, an experience that felt personal, warm, and real. And judging by the way young Chiefs fans reacted, beaming, wide-eyed, clutching jerseys and handwritten hopes, this wasn't the kind of visit you scroll past. It was the kind you remember. The setting mattered. According to accounts of the event, Swift and Kelce appeared in a space designed with the unmistakable language of Kansas City football. Familiar logos, rich red tones, and an atmosphere that carried the rhythm of game days even before anyone said a word. In that environment, it became immediately clear that this wasn't just a celebrity sighting. It was a Chiefs fan moment, the kind the city lives for. And for the young fans who were lucky enough to be invited, the experience felt like the intersection of two worlds they already loved. The Kansas City Chiefs fan community is known for its passion, but this day had a different kind of charge. Swift's presence brought the energy of global pop, while Kelce's appearance anchored everything firmly in football reality. Together, they offered kids something that can't be bought with tickets or traded with merch: time, attention, and kindness. One detail described again and again by people present at events like this: Taylor Swift didn't treat the moment like a photo opportunity. She treated it like a conversation. She dressed in a simpler, understated way, hair down, approachable, relaxed. And instead of standing tall over everyone else, she repeatedly lowered herself to the children's eye level, chatting, laughing, and listening with the kind of focus that makes kids feel seen rather than displayed. Imagine being a young Chiefs fan and seeing your idols not only arrive, but stay. Imagine being able to tell them what you dream about: football dreams, music dreams, someday dreams, and having them respond like your words matter. That's what happened. For these children, the moment wasn't simply "I met Taylor Swift" or "I met Travis Kelce." It was more like, "They listened to me." And for kids, that distinction is everything. Travis Kelce is known for intensity on the field, an athlete who brings electricity with every snap and every sprint. But in this meet and greet, he reportedly showed a side that surprised even some adults watching. Rather than rushing through signatures and pictures, Kelce's demeanor was described as calm and patient. He didn't just sign. He talked. He paused. He made room. One of the most iconic moments from the event came when Kelce bent down to sign an autograph for a little girl. Standing beside her, Taylor Swift smiled proudly, an image that quickly became emblematic of something deeper than fame. It wasn't only the act of signing. It was the body language. Kelce lowering himself to the child's level, and Swift standing nearby with that steady, proud warmth. The message was clear. This wasn't a quick exchange, it was a moment created intentionally for the child. And when you're a kid, being treated that carefully doesn't just feel nice, it feels memorable in a way that lasts. The excitement wasn't hidden. Young Chiefs fans dressed in vibrant red, wearing jerseys that included the number 15 associated with Patrick Mahomes. The clothing wasn't just style, it was identity. When fans arrive with the numbers and colors of their heroes, they aren't only showing allegiance. They're arriving with the version of themselves they want their idols to recognize. So when Swift and Kelce stepped into that space, the effect was immediate. Kids reacted like kids, grinning too wide, shaking hands, struggling to speak, and then suddenly remembering every detail of the football world they loved. Some even brought paper because of course they did. Kids grow up with the belief that if they prepare correctly, if they show up the right way, their favorite stars might see them. Bringing paper for autographs turned the meet and greet into a promise. I came prepared. I'm ready to keep this memory forever. It's one thing to be famous. It's another to be approachable. In today's celebrity culture, where many interactions are carefully managed, timed, and choreographed, genuineness stands out like a flare. This event reportedly stood out because the couple behaved like people who were truly present. Swift chatted and laughed with the children. She listened. She bent down. She made moments feel unhurried. Kelce, while energetic in his professional world, appeared patient and thoughtful here, speaking to each child and making personalized interactions feel possible even amid crowds. And because they weren't rushing, because they stayed to talk, sign, and pose. The kids had time to absorb what was happening rather than simply being swept through it. That's how you turn a meet and greet into a story a child tells later for years. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have long been seen as an unusual pairing, two cultural heavyweights from different universes. Music and sports don't always share a language. But in Kansas City, that gap didn't matter. Kids didn't experience the moment as celebrity crossover. They experienced it as approval from the worlds they already love. For many young fans, that meant they weren't only cheering for a team. They were learning something bigger. That dreams can exist in more than one form. That passion can be shared. And that the people you idolize can also be kind. Some children were fans of the Chiefs, but they were also lovers of Swift's music, meaning the meet and greet didn't just connect them to a team identity. It connected them to a larger idea, that pop culture and athletic culture can both celebrate the same thing: belief. The Chiefs aren't just a team in Kansas City. They're woven into the city's self-image. Tailgates, jersey nights, school spirit, and family traditions all contribute to a kind of collective rhythm. Events like this strengthen that rhythm, especially for the younger generation, because they show kids that their community isn't invisible from the outside. It's visible to people with reach and influence. When a global icon like Swift steps into that world and Kelce, already a hometown-facing figure in football, joins her, the message to kids becomes unmistakable. You belong here. Your excitement matters. Your heroes aren't untouchable. And in a time when young people can feel surrounded by pressure, it's powerful to witness fandom without cynicism, joy without condescension. People often focus on the iconic image aspect of celebrity moments. But the reason images like Kelce signing while Swift smiles beside a young fan carry weight isn't because they're visually striking. It's because they communicate something emotionally readable. Patience instead of performance. Connection instead of spectacle. And a relationship that feels grounded rather than distant. The warmth between Swift and Kelce, described as harmony, groundedness, and genuine support, was also part of what kids and parents noticed. It wasn't only about two famous people meeting famous people. It was about two people demonstrating what it looks like to show up for a community. At the center of this event wasn't just the thrill of celebrity. It was the long-term impact of attention. When a child is met with sincerity, when an idol takes time, listens, and acts like their excitement is worth returning to, the child learns a quiet lesson. If you dream, it can become real. If you work, you can get better. And if you stay kind, people will remember you for it. For some kids, this might mean pursuing sports, practicing harder, pushing themselves, believing that talent can be built. For others, it might mean pursuing music, writing, singing, dreaming bigger, taking their craft seriously. And for many, it means both. Because the best inspirations don't force you to choose one identity. They expand your imagination. There are visits that feel transactional. There are moments that feel scripted. And then there are moments that feel like a genuine exchange between public figures and the people who love them. This Sunday's meet and greet in Kansas City reportedly felt like the second kind. Swift and Kelce appeared in a Chiefs-centered space, interacted closely with young fans, signed autographs, posed for photos, and most importantly made time feel abundant rather than scarce. Taylor's eye-level engagement and Kelce's patient presence helped create a series of personal moments that kids could understand, feel, and carry. It wasn't simply star power meeting fandom. It was star power serving fandom, reminding kids that joy is real, that attention can be meaningful, and that community isn't just a word. It's a room full of children in red jerseys, dreaming out loud. And on that day, Kansas City's biggest dreams walked right into the building.